family? Welcome back to the channel. You already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know it's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. Yes, sir. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what time it is. Smash that like button and share the video so we can talk some hoops, man. And first and foremost, man, salute to the chat, man. I say this on every stream, and I'm going to keep saying this, man. I got the best chat on YouTube. It ain't many of us, but less is more. So there's plenty of us. Smash that like button and share the video, man. Salute to my guys, my brother from another mother, So Crazy TV in the building. Salute to my guy, Rap Guy Reloaded in the building. Salute, a special salute to Miss Terry Walsh in the building. My man, Iron Man 32. What up, bro? And I want to get into this, right? And I just want to say before we start, the more and more I hear and I see Bronny James talk, the more and more I respect him and like him and see that he's a young man that has his head on straight. And recently, at the NBA Draft Combine, Bronny James sat down with NBA Radio on Sirius XM. And they got to asking him some serious questions and get to diving into who Bronny James is. And Bronny James told NBA Radio that he's always wanted to be an NBA player. This was his dream. And beyond it being his dream, it was his choice and his choice alone to not only declare for the NBA draft, but also stay in the NBA draft. And on top of that, something that stuck out to me that they asked him was that they asked Bronny James what it was like being the son of an all-time great such as LeBron James. Salute to my guy, DJ Killer in the building. Salute to my guy, Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Hope you're having a great Tuesday afternoon. Samurai Beast Warrior. What up, bro? And Bronny James, like I was saying, was asked what it was like to be the son of an all-time great like LeBron James. And Bronny flat out said, it's tough. It's tough being the son of an all-time great such as LeBron James. And he says a lot of criticism gets thrown his way. And on top of that, Bronny James says on top of the hate and the criticism that he gets and how tough it is to deal with the criticism and the hate that he gets, he just works his way through it. He doesn't complain. He's not on social media clout chasing. He's not in the mentions, the comments, all over social media, battling with these haters. He doesn't let it get to him. He says he's been preparing for this moment and says he's had to deal with it for a long time. Smash that like button and share the video. And that's crazy. For an 18, 19-year-old kid that has to come out and say he's been dealing with criticism and hate for a long time. And let's be honest here. If Bronny was a number one overall prospect, the hate would probably be 100 times worse. Nobody knows this kid. This is the first time this kid is coming out and even expressing himself. So for this kid to come out here and say that he's been dealing with hate and criticism for a long time just shows you the misery that people live in, where they feel like it makes their life better to criticize the 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and now 19-year-old Bronny James, just simply due to the fact, for whatever reason, and most of it is not basketball related, they don't like LeBron James. Now think about that for a moment, chat. Think about that. The hate that has been manufactured against this kid, the criticism that has been manufactured against this kid, all stems from the hatred of LeBron James. And most of that hatred has nothing to do with the game of basketball. Smash that like button and share the video. And it's sad. And it's sad. But when you watch this young man speak, you can clearly see that he's not bothered by it. And that's a skill that's going to help him throughout his professional career. He's not going to be bothered by being on the road and people yelling and criticizing him and throwing slurs and hate words at him, because you know it's coming. You know it's coming. He won't be bothered by it. He won't. The media storm that ensues after he gets drafted and ends up on an NBA team, the micro analysis of every minute of every game he plays, whether he's in the league, whether he's in the G League, none of that is going to faze this kid. And it's crazy, right? It's crazy because when you look at it, where the hell are we at in society? And most of these haters, right, these is grown men. These is usually grown men that are old enough to be Bronny James's father or grandfather in some cases. These is grown men that are old enough to be Bronny James's father and grandfather in some cases, leading the hate train. Leading the hate train. We've heard all the narratives. Oh, LeBron James trying to get his son in the NBA. LeBron James is the one that wants his son to come out of college. LeBron James needs to tell Bronny to go back to school. LeBron James this. LeBron James this. And I've been saying it all along. What the hell does Bronny James want? Now you got Bronny James saying it out of his own mouth, being an NBA player was my dream all along. I never wanted to play football. My mom didn't let me play football. I played soccer for a little bit, but the NBA is what I wanted. And on top of that, it was my decision and my decision alone to leave school. It was my decision and my decision alone to enter the NBA draft. It was my decision and my decision alone to stay in the draft and go to the combine. But then yet you'll get all these grown men coming out saying, oh, no, LeBron James is doing this. LeBron James, he's a narcissist. He's this, he's that. As much attention as you guys pay to LeBron James and his family life and what he does with his kids, I hope you put that same energy into yours. I really hope you put the same energy into yours. Salute to my brother, keep it 100 in the building because he keeps it 100. Smash that like button and share the video. And you'll have interviews like this of Bronny James. You'll have other interviews like that, and guys will dismiss it. Guys will hear it straight from the horse's mouth, straight from Bronny James's mouth, and they'll dismiss it. Like, nope, LeBron James told him to say that. Nope. You're crazy if you didn't believe LeBron James told him to say that. It never fails. It never fails. And all that this kid's been through, with the hate, with the criticism, with the heart condition, with the rehab, with going to college, dealing with a microscope over him his entire life. If you don't think that's going to build him, and make it easier for him to navigate through the NBA, you're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself. He's probably more ready to be a professional than a lot of these guys that's coming out of college and coming into the draft. He's been around LeBron James his entire life. He's been around professional basketball players his entire life. He knows how to carry himself. He speaks well for himself. He's already been dealing with criticism, hate, this, that, media, all this. And it doesn't faze him. It doesn't faze him. That shows me a player who, when it matters most on the court, that big moment is not going to faze him. It's not. And the kid's a player, man. He plays winning basketball. He plays winning basketball. If you really watch the kid play, he plays winning basketball. He doesn't do more than he thinks he can do. He never plays outside his role. He plays within his game. He's poised. When he has the shot, he takes the shot. When he creates for his teammates, he's creating for his teammate. He's a great defender. And he puts the work in. And honestly, bro, the Bronny James hate is just really a microcosm of the hateful society that we live in today. Social media, NBA debate shows, opinionated talking heads, all of that put together made a perfect storm to create an atmosphere where people think hating on kids is cool. Hating on kids, from grown adults hating on kids, they've made it cool. They've made it cool. There's people that have simply never seen Bronny play, never seen Bronny talk, and it bothers them that he's entering the NBA draft. It really bothers them that this kid is entering the NBA draft. They know nothing about the kid, haven't watched him play, haven't heard him talk. The simple fact that he's LeBron James bothers them so much. The simple fact that LeBron James is who he is bothers them so much. They've created a certain animosity and venom towards his son. And yo, Don, right? I see a lot of people saying that, right? But make it make sense. And this is to the crowd that says Bronny James needs to go back to college. Make it make sense. If my ultimate dream is to play in the NBA and I have a chance to get drafted and play in the NBA, play in the G League, be a professional where I get paid to be a basketball player 24/7, why in the hell would I go back to college? How is college going to help me better than the NBA and the G League will help me become a professional basketball player? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Are they teaching NBA classes at college? No. Bronny James will have a college schedule, right? That means he would still have to go to class, right? 6 hours out the day, maybe 5 hours out the day, plus homework, plus study groups, plus exams. Why would I want to go through that when I could use that time to be a professional getting paid to work on my game? Smash that like button and share the video. Make it make sense. That's all. Make it make sense. But back to the hate train. Honestly, what do you get out of hating on Bronny James simply because you don't like his father for whatever reason? For whatever reason. They think there's a GM out here that will strictly draft Bronny James on the merits of his father. What GM is out there that's going to risk his job? What GM is out there that's going to risk his job drafting Bronny James just because he's LeBron James' son? Alonzo, you can say Bron put the microscope on Bronny, but he's Bron and his son is Bronny. The microscope was going to be there anyways, bro. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? And salute to my guy, Blue Bolt Sports Observer and Politics in the building, man. Salute to my guy, Abdi Zebra, tuning in all the way from Amsterdam. What up, bro? For real, let's be honest. There was a microscope on Bronny before he even got to high school. And there was always going to be a microscope on Bronny. Whether he came out in the draft today, whether he came out 2-3 years from now. You guys would have knocked him if he came out 2-3 years from now, 4 years. Oh, he's not that good. If he was that good, he would have went to the NBA after his first year in college. If he was that good, he wouldn't be in college for 3 to 4 years. Come on. Salute to my homegirl, Miss Terry Walsh, in the building with the $10 super chat. She says, Moose, my favorite sports media spokesperson. My Moose, salute to you, Miss Terry. We appreciate you on this channel. You already know that. You already know that. We appreciate the $10 super chat. Once again, salute to Miss Terry Walsh in the building, man. Smash that like button and share the video. Honestly, think about it. If Bronny James goes back to college right now, stays in college 2-3 years, declares as a junior, declares as a senior for the NBA draft, you guys is going to be out here talking about he's not that good. If he was that good, he wouldn't have to be in college for 3 years. He wouldn't have to be in college for 4 years. People going to hate you for whatever reason. People going to hate you for whatever decision you make for your life. And here you have this kid, Bronny James, coming out in his own words, speaking for himself, saying that being in the NBA was always his dream. Deciding to leave USC was his choice. Deciding to enter the NBA draft was his choice. Deciding to stay in the NBA draft was his choice. Who am I to knock that kid's dream? If he feels he can play in the NBA and he believes he could get drafted, who am I to hate on that? Who am I to hate on that? What does it benefit you if he goes back to school? Y'all don't ever say that to none of these other one and done guys. None of these other one and done guys who had great high school hype coming out, McDonald's All-American, one and done out of college. Some go undrafted, some get drafted in the second round. You don't never tell those guys go back to school. They tell these guys, go get the money. Go to the league. Go get the money. You just don't want to see this boy playing the NBA, this man, I should say. For whatever reason. Think about it. Think about it. What is your hate for this kid based in? Is it based in logic? Is it based in skills? Or is it based in, which we already know it is, your hatred for his father? Whether he's a one and done, whether he's a one and done talent, to me is irregardless. It's regardless. It's not even a big deal to me whether he's one and done. All that it matters to is the front offices in the NBA. The people that's going to end up drafting him. All it takes is for one GM to feel he's an NBA player. And not only that, he has the potential to be an NBA player. That's what the NBA kids get drafted on. They get drafted on potential. They don't get drafted on their stats at college. They get drafted on potential. That's why you hear, whenever the draft is on, you hear guys saying, oh, he's about 2-3 years away. That's why teams draft guys and stash them away in Europe. Based off, here's what I think this guy could be. So I'm drafting him with this draft pick in this round because I believe this kid will turn into this with our team, with our coaches, with our system, with our player development. I believe this kid will turn into this. With the way we play, with the players we got, if we draft this guy and put him in our system and he goes down to the G, in 2-3 years, he can be this. Why do you think they use draft comps? Oh, in 2-3 years, he could be a this. He could be a so-and-so. He could be a that. Come on. Bro, all these guys get drafted on potential. You don't know who's going to pan out. How? You don't know how they're going to pan out. You don't know how they're going to pan out. Every draft pick is a gamble, especially in this draft. When you don't even have a consensus number one overall pick in this draft. And let's be honest here. Did you think Austin Reeves was going to be a rotation player in the NBA when he came out in the draft and didn't get drafted? Right? Salute to my guy, Big Kev, and I'm glad you brought up that name, Big Kev. Because look at the hype that McCants had coming out of college at North Carolina. Look at the hype that Rashad McCants had coming out of North Carolina, coming off a national championship, being a lottery pick. How did that end up for Rashad McCants? Look at guys like Johnny Flynn, the hype around him in college, selected in the lottery. How did his career pan out? You can name all these names. You don't know how these kids are going to pan out. You strictly drafting based on potential, based on your team need, based on what kind of system you got, based on what kind of player you see this person turning out to be, and you make that selection. You make that selection. I know one thing Bronny James is going to do. He's going to work his butt off. I know that. I know that. I know he knows how to work. I know he knows how to be a pro. You feel me? So let's stop it. Let's get to the root of the problem. Let's get to the root of the problem. The hate directed towards this kid strictly comes from the hate you guys have for his father. And 90% of the hate that you have for his father is not based in basketball. It's not based in basketball. It's not. Let's keep it real here. I watched Fred VanVleet play 4 years at Wichita State. It was some people out here saying that he wasn't an NBA player. He didn't end up getting drafted. Chose to bet on himself. Signed a training camp deal with the Toronto Raptors. And he ain't looked back since. He's got a $100 million contract. He's got an NBA ring. And he's starting and leading as a point guard on the Houston Rockets. Come on. You don't know how nobody's going to turn out, whether they're drafted first overall, second overall, third overall, or 40th overall, 54th overall, 56th overall. You don't know. You don't. Y'all be screaming and throwing all this hate at Bronny James, right? Look at the hypocrisy with these people, right? The same people, the same crowd of people, the same crowd of people that hate on Bronny James, right? A kid, 18, 19, that's chasing his NBA dream, the same crowd of grown men that could be the father of LeBron James, Bronny James, that could be a grandfather to Bronny James. Those same people are out here with their pom-poms and feeling sorry and victimizing guys like Kwame Brown that went #1 overall. And saying, oh, Kwame Brown, let's sympathize with Kwame Brown. He was the #1 overall pick, but he didn't pan out because Jordan was bullying him and Kobe did this to him and this and this and that. And all these people are talking about him. Y'all got sympathy for Kwame Brown, but y'all on a hate train for Bronny James. So it's okay to hate on an 18, 19-year-old kid in Bronny James who's chasing his NBA dreams, that's probably going to be selected in the second round, y'all will hate on that and throw this slur and throw that narrative and throw this agenda at it. But y'all the same people feeling sorry for a guy that went #1 overall, played with his career, didn't pan out, became an alcoholic. Now he's drunk on YouTube, ranting and raving. You guys will feel sorry for that guy that didn't put in the work. But you will hate on the 18, 19-year-old kid in Bronny James. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. And all this is showing me, and all this hate that you guys are throwing at this kid, it's only going to make him a better man, a better person, and a better basketball player. Believe me. Believe me. Believe me. So 2, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, when he's a starter, integral part of a playoff contender, y'all be still hating then. Bronny James could be in his 10th year in the NBA and you guys will still be talking about LeBron James. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's the society that we live in. That's the society that we live in. This new society has made it cool for grown men to hate on kids. This new society has made it cool to bash kids, not based on anything other than the hatred that you have for their parent. And most of that hatred is rooted in non-basketball stuff. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. About to get up out of here for now, man. I'm going to put the ball in y'all's court. Jump in the comments and let me know how you guys feel, man. Bronny James coming out and speaking for himself and saying the toughest part of being LeBron James' son is dealing with the criticism and the hate that's thrown his way. But Bronny James says he just works through it and he's used to it. And that's all he can do is work through it. And it don't bother him. The kid has got thick skin, and that's going to help him a long way on his journey to being an NBA basketball player, man. I'm about to get up out of here for now, man. Peace and love, family. Once again, if you want to donate to the channel, the link is in the description and on your screen for the Cash App, man. I appreciate all the super chats, Miss Terry Walsh. You know I always appreciate you on this channel. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Also, if you want to become an official member of the channel, the link to that is also in the description, man. Once again, you already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. I gotta go, but I'll always be back. You guys already know, man. Shout out to the realest chat on YouTube. You know how I feel about y'all, man. It ain't many of us, but less is more. So there's plenty of us, man. I'm about to get up out of here for now, man. Peace and love, family. Once again, you already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. Like I always say, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know. It's a lot of things in this world that